Interesting. Then it shows the taser and the blade runners pop onto your character.
Sounds about right.
You were just kind of standing there with no title over your head and no equipment.
Just standard engineer. Yeah.
Milestone
Yeah.
exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter reentry complete.
Oh, I can't wait to replace all of that with something better.
And we're back to our janky hub.
Yeah. We are at 30 of our plates. So we're getting close to sending off the first payload.
So by way of sort of making an introduction at the start of today's stream, I guess right now we're working on making the rest of the smart plates. Well, that'll be done in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
For the space elevator, which means we'll unlock the next couple tiers of unlocks, which most importantly puts us one step closer, in fact, with only one step remaining, to coal power. And then we go find some coal fields and turn them into generators so that we can stop worrying about the limited biomass burners. Never seen a 3D time management game before. I don't know if I would call this a time management game. Not, at least in this first stage, there's sort of a rush element, but you want to be efficient with your time, because if you do it inefficiently, it can take forever. I guess there is a sort of an element of that. The incentive for
It's definitely a secondary element, yeah.
the reward for doing things efficiently is that it doesn't take long to get what you need. So there is that. But primarily, especially once power stopped being a huge issue, it is more of a factory efficiency game and also logistics game. But yeah, for now, we gotta get ready to get to coal as fast as possible, because everything else we want to do, based on what we discussed before starting the stream, kind of is all predicated on that.
For one thing, not having to run around constantly grabbing biomass off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, these little biofuel generators are doing the job, but just barely. As it is, I'm probably going to have to add another one before we get too much more carried away.
Yeah, we'll still need to build up a little bit just to meet our construction needs for the coal power plant, really. And to that end, I think I'm gonna upgrade this concrete production here just a bit.
Oh, definitely.
Because it's only operating about 67% efficiency. And we're going to need...
Yeah, I threw the second one up there, but I didn't get the third in yet.
Yeah. We don't have quite enough for 300% constructors, but we do have enough to get 200% and then like a one kind of underclocked should be fine.
Run it at 66 or something.
Yeah, 66%. So I will get on that. Let's see, you got about 200 concrete in the box.
I think I'm actually going to aim the copper production kind of go up on this plateau up here.
Over there, yeah?
Yeah, because there's a nice easy ramp from the backside of that up here, and I can join the later second copper node to that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Make this copper city. I'm going to have to chop down some trees to make that really work, but oh well, I needed to chop down trees anyway. Maybe turn my sound down a bit.
Alright. Time to pause concrete production for a bit. Oh.
This is definitely not Tree Huggers, the video game.
No. But I do like that it kind of achieves a certain level of poignancy through that. Oh yeah, we created this industrial wonderland at the cost of all the natural beauty that was here a little while ago. Constructor. Ooh, and that's already a Mark II. Good. Guess we didn't have to tear down a rainforest to do this. Well, we'll see.
The rainforest is in part of the biome.
Wait till you see some of the other, some of the later factories. Alright, 45, 45, 30 to 15, 15, 10. Alright, we are now making 40 concrete per minute.
Woohoo. Good, because I need some. That moment when you basically harvest concrete from some other part of the facility so that you can use it in the new part of the facility.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I ran out. Oh, look, there's some I can just steal.
I think I'm going to find a spot to put awesome sink and shop.
It is time. Not that we have excess materials at the moment.
No, but just so in case we do have anything we can just kind of pump in, we can get at least a few tickets from that. First ones are cheap.
True.
Alright.
Poor lizard doggo is like, why won't you pet me? Busy, go away.
And then you do. And they're like, and then they run away.
Yeah, you have to like place a berry on the ground in front of them, and you have to like go through this, feed them a berry, pet them, cycle a few times, and then you have domesticated them, and then they will bring you things like uranium at random. It's like, well, great, thanks, you just made it so I can't function in this space that you dumped the uranium in because it's deadly. Thanks, animal.
Ah, I did not know that.
Oh, I picked up some mycelium somewhere. I'm going to store that.
All right. How are we doing on power? Oh, this thing costs 30 to operate anyway. I think I'll leave it unpowered for now.
Is it time for
It might be time
more
for
power grid expansion?
a little bit.
I can do that.
this. I don't know. How about just down front? Alright, well there's that. What else can we do?
We are now at 220 megawatt hour capacity.
Nice.
Throw a whole bunch of biomass into the relevant makers, so that should be good now. Alright, I know I did this, but I think I'm going to take some of this out. We're not putting a miner there anyway.
I've acquired a object scanner mostly so I can search for food when I'm out and about.
Not a bad idea.
I haven't really made use of the object scanner before, but given how some of my last expeditions kind of ended with me either low in health or dying, I figured it might be worthwhile. I think I'm gonna take a beacon out to gonna find the larger coal field out by the inlet and plant a beacon on it so I don't have to go looking later.
Excellent. I'm working on the expansion of, or expansion slash refactoring of the copper.
Oh, this is so nice
At some
with
point.
Blade Runners now.
Oh, I... Jump higher, go faster.
Coal Beta, because Coal Alpha is going to be that field out there. Of course, it's a foggy time of day. Oh dear.
That is the main downside to
is-
working down there, is it gets
it
foggy
is-
there often.
It is thick down here, my goodness.
You'll mostly run into hogs. I don't think there's a lot of spitters down there. Though weirdly, after I built the for my first coal plant, I got attacked by a spider at the top of the plant.
Huh.
I'm like, what are you doing here? Your critters are supposed to avoid powered things.
I got knocked off a cliff by a charger, by a hog, and now I'm trying to figure out my way back up. So I can't...
Oh, he shoved you way down there. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I'll give it that. There's slug for the road. Is this the coal? Alright, there's those two nodes. I guess it's further along this cliff side. Aha! I have found the coal field. Planting a beacon, so I don't have to go fumbling around later. There we go. Coalfield Alpha is marked. Gonna do some foraging as well, because I know that there's some research that can be done with food items that we can do.
Cool. I'm going to leave one of the wire constructors that's basically feeding the RIP factory entirely in place, but everything else is going to get moved up to my new the new area. That way we don't lose the RIP production. I was like, I want to tear all this out, but I don't want to tear all this out because we need the dang RIPs.
Yeah.
And there's like a couple thousand wires in the buffer bin on the way there, so nothing I do here will actually completely stop RIP production.
Ah, here we go. Oh boy. Time to clear out the beasties. Oh, Blade Runners does make this pretty... a lot easier as well. Lag sometimes does, sometimes does not. Hopefully they will stay dead. This is a very lush area. There's actually quite a bit of food items here. It's kind of surprising.
Are you down in the coal fields?
Yeah, I'm down in the coal field still. It's very verdant. Also, that's a spider. That was an alpha spider.
Whoa!
I don't know where it came from or where it followed me from, but it was going after my butt. There's probably got to be a cave around here. Sometimes they like lush forested areas as well. Okay. Oh, hi. Well, see ya. These beasts are not the brightest, especially when it comes to dealing with client engineers.
Favor of tripping up the AI with cheesy mechanics.
I mean, I'll take it. Also... Ooh, I would actually like to eat the thing, thank you. Oh boy. But could I? Well, didn't mean to ping that. What's going on? I guess Alt was pressed down or something.
Oh. Control glitches. Good. Edit, whatever.
Oh, aha. Bethesda climbing for a new generation. Alright, I think I have adequately cleared out the dangers of the coal fields. I will start making my way back. Let's see. Medicinal properties. Research.
New research available in the MAM.
Mycelia and some rotors and some rips, and we could unlock medicinal inhalers. But that's for later when those are in abundance. Alright. I'm going to take our 50 smart plates to the space elevator and send them up.
Yes. Alright, I just created our first wire to cable automated pipeline. And now I am watching from a high vantage point as you run over to the space elevator. And of course, there's a giant giraffe tick right in my field of vision. Thanks.
Seal and send.
Kind of cool to watch.
And there goes. So, tiers 3 and 4 should now be unlocked in the hub terminal.
Go find out. Because there's really only one thing we care about at this point. And there it is.
Coal power. Which means we need a rotor factory.
Yep, I hadn't gotten that far. I was focusing on the copper. So right up here I've got the wires underway. Or cables, sorry.
Me coming up. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that works out pretty well.
Then I'm going to point. What do we think? We have a second cable production pipeline, or
Rods and screws, right.
so I'm thinking I'm going to do 2 cable pipelines into 1 storage bin, another just wires, and then a row doing the copper tubing. We're not going to need it yet, but at some point we will, so might as well get out ahead of that.
Get some copper sheets, yeah. Oh, we got Zyber to try out Satisfactory for themselves. Hope you have fun.
Yeah, Satisfactory is very... If you discover that this is your thing, it's going to be very your thing.
Yeah. And
if you bounce off it, you're going to bounce off of it hard.
Yeah, and sometimes it might take some time to kind of like figure out like how much of it you want to engage with and in what way, and I do encourage you to if you're finding like maybe some parts of it are just kind of like aggravating, maybe consider trying some mods to make a few things go faster here and there, but some of it is just like the puzzle of figuring out the factories is the real, like, either that grabs you or doesn't. Alright, I'm going on an expedition to grab a couple more hard drives if possible. It could be
hunting
tricky. But I've got plenty of food to make the trip if I run into trouble. Some of it is going to involve figuring out verticality.
Stashed all the cable I was carrying in my new cable reduction bin, and then wondered why I couldn't run any power lines. Play it yourself, boy.
Probably the weirdest pro tip I've encountered is if you want just like a temporary ladder to get up, build yourself a bunch of storage containers. They have ladders attached to the side.
Yup.
Guarding a power slug. It's cute, but... Alright. Aha! Found the first one. How to find out what it's guarded by.
Yeah, right. Always something.
Huh, I didn't even have to bring modular frames, I just had them. Fair chunk of them, actually. Got some computers.
Ho ho ho!
You know where that's
a
going.
That's a head start I will take.
It might actually be worthwhile to just sync them.
I'll sync the computers and just get the.
I mean, what are we going to use them for a while?
Make a compelling argument. Because, yeah, by the time you need computers... Yeah, no, I get that.
By the way, color gun. I started that research before I left.
Yes.
Still need some flower petals to make cartridges, but...
I've been storing those, I think, in our little communal bin. Okay, copper sheets. Wires. And cables.
I have remotely started the hard drive research. While I work to figure out how the hell I'm going to get to the other one. Because I'm pretty sure it's at the top of this mountain plateau here. And someone wants to be my friend.
Okay, and I have placed a conveyor merger basically where the copper ingots from the upper copper node will come out.
Ah.
So we can just really pump up this copper factory. I mean, obviously this copper factory will be rebuilt and turned into a 2-floor factory. But for now, it makes all the things.
And I didn't even bring the motors anyway, so maybe I should just turn back.
Oops.
Take my gains.
Alright, I think my next move is going to be to change up, actually basically rebuild the iron plate rip chain. I especially want to be able to get a second assembler down. Because making one assembler's worth is not cutting it, honestly.
Yeah.
But I just got all of the wire stuff out of the way, so I just made a whole bunch of room.
There is that.
I think it's going to be that way. That is a power pole to nowhere. Okay then.
So you may be pleased. I sunk the 21 computers I found.
Mm-hmm.
And there are now 27 coupons available.
Oh. Well, for one thing, that sounds like there's some wall stuff we can buy.
Yep. You want me to check that out, or you want to do the honors?
Go for it.
All right. Print out.
I'm
coupons.
topping up power.
Oh, I think there's some client-side lag. It's not actually spending and unlocking anything.
Are we having the thing?
Yeah.
Let me see if it shows up in the... There's nothing in the cart for me.
I'm going to drop the fix-it coupons in the hub chest, and you can go ahead and spend that. 'Cause I think It's just not going to let me.
Oh, the hub chest, not the... Hello, awesome shop. What were we doing? We were doing conveyor walls,
Door walls,
windowed walls.
windowed walls, double ramps and foundation,
Definitely double ramps. Okay.
and wall power outlets under attachments.
Attachments, right. Wall power 2, because there's no point in
Yeah.
wall power 1.
Yeah.
Cart.
And then the coffee cup under
Fine.
equipment. Yeah. There we go.
Sure why I'd fussed there, but...
Now we have a whole bunch of cool parts.
Alright, the problem I have with wanting to do the RIP improvement is what I really need to do is completely rebuild the smelter to constructor pipeline.
Yeah.
Because we have one miner going to one smelter going to one constructor for half of this, and one miner going to two smelters at one point, which is just inefficient as all get out.
Don't need this assembler for now. Oh, hard drive's complete.
Ooh, let's go find what we got.
I've already popped it.
Cool.
Cheap silica, bolted iron plate, plates and screws make grips, or copper alloy ingot again. Not great options.
Plates and screws make rips. Didn't plates and screws already make rips?
Yes, but this makes
Just makes more of them.
it makes it faster for a lot more resource.
Meh. I mean, we already have a rip method.
Yeah.
On the other hand, what's the first one? Was
The
a
first
silica
one-
something?
Cheap silica, 3 raw quartz, 5 limestone makes 7 silica.
Honestly, I would say that one. Like, it's not going to help us right now, but
Yeah, down the
having
line it
another
might
rip
be.
method.
Yeah. Cheap silica it is. Let's see.
So I'm going to throw down a few bins over here, and then I'm going to transfer the contents of the existing screws, rods, plates, etc. into those bins so that I can basically wipe this entire space clean
Sounds about right.
and do some proper smelting, and then I'll build up so I can turn the ingots into a variety of things. Some of which will also be rips. I have just assigned myself some homework.
Yeah.
New recipe unlocked.
I haven't found any purple slugs, so that's not really relevant. I'm going to get us some more inventory slots.
Oh, always a good plan. Ooh, do we want to... I've got a couple hundred rips over here. Do you want to throw those in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just put them in the leftmost storage container.
Got him. Alright, coal power is about to be online.
Sweet.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner.
Okay.
Ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note, pumps will aid in vertical transport
It
of
has
fluids through
begun.
pipes. Note, throughput and volume indicators are added to
Now
each
for the hard
section
part.
automatically.
Water extractors. Coal generators. It's a heck of a shopping list. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to plop down a storage container at the coal fields and then work on making raw materials for the miners, generators, and water extractors and whatnot.
Cool. I've got the numbers for what it takes to build 8 coal generators and 3 water extractors handy.
Excellent. I can also just put those on my to-do list.
True. 240 cables, 190 reinforced iron plates, and 110 rotors. And
Boy.
60 copper sheets. Good news is we should probably... stop that. We should probably have the a lot of the copper-based part of that done. Okay, this is pure, right?
Yeah, we should have plenty of cables.
20 per...
Alright,
Pocket dimension has been inflated.
Cool.
a little more for the road. Hi, Double Cross. Yeah, it's been we've made some progress. The pocket dimension is our inventory. Because where else do you expect me to put, 226 pounds of concrete?
Yeah. Repeat to yourself, it's just a game. I should really just relax.
Not really Double Cross's strong suit, but we'll try. Sorry to put you on blast, DC. Every so often when the fog clears and I'm out exploring beyond the hub, every so often it's just like, oh, that's a pretty view. And then a couple chargers come in and ruin it. It helped for people watching. I do want to clarify, I am not the host, I'm the client, so there's going to be a bit more lag on my end.
Sorry about that.
But since I am the one streaming, I figured streaming and hosting would not be good on my meager internet, so... Alright, that's stage 1 of materials delivery to the construction site. Look, it's hard to avoid it looking like a trailer park at first. That's kind of... Takes a while before it starts looking like real large-scale legit factories, but it gets there. Besides, we've got a space elevator. We're a trailer park with a space elevator.
Best kind.
I'll get out of your way.
Huh?
Just observing you working on the factory
Oh, yeah.
floor.
Yeah, because of the way the iron nodes are placed, there's not really a great way to grid this out, so I'm basically just going to build myself out just enough and then conveyor up all the ingots to an upper floor where I start actually making stuff happen.
Ah, gotcha.
So I don't want to try to build on this floor. Ooh, expanded tool belt.
Tool
Yay.
belt has been
Walls.
extended.
Give me...
Another hand slot for you in case you need that.
I think we both use the frame window a lot, don't we?
Yeah, it's the window with the most real estate and the least, like, obstruction. I've kind of alternated with some of my factories, trying them all out, but yeah, I kind of like the frame window the best.
That's the one. Did burn our last 3 tickets.
Oh, the
Because the Foundation Attachments pack gives you the glass.
Oh, I had forgotten. That's where you get the glass foundation from. I was wondering.
Yep.
That's
Like,
good
no,
to know.
there's something we're missing. What is it? Oh, that's what.
The really pretty, well, the really pretty floors, of course. How could I forget after buying the really pretty walls?
Yep. Thought I could get away without doing it that way, but no, I can't.
No, I was just about to walk on the ramp, and then he deleted it out from under me.
Sorry.
No. Just like,
No,
oh,
I just realized I need to go steeper.
Yeah, get some more height on that. Yeah. All right.
Using the 8x4. Or the 8x8 double now. Because I've got to be able to clear the smelters if I'm going to build back. The nice things about this game is it is kind of patient.
Yeah.
Like, I needed to rip out the entire ironworks. And, it just means that other things won't happen while we aren't making iron products.
Yeah.
Rapidly getting to the point where I need to start producing results.
A little bit. All right. Construction site now has rudders and copper sheets. Mainly just needs rips and probably a whole heck more concrete. Ooh. Coming back to seeing a 2-story building. Now this is satisfactory.
Now we're building.
Making actual structures. And not whatever this jank is I made with concrete is.
Okay.
Tell you what, it's working.
Oh, look at that. Clearly defined boundaries. They're good in both relationships and factory building.
Very true.
Glass floors are great for being able to go, oh yeah, right, so down there is where the conveyor out goes, so this is where the conveyor up should go. Oh, right. Guess what it takes to actually make a constructor?
Oh, yeah.
It takes rips. Ah.
Well, let me put the ones I got on me back. So there's another 50 in the rips box. Should be enough to build a few.
Yep, that'll get a couple.
Because, yeah, at this point we need to restart the ironworks, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, no, that's where I'm at. You do if you're in the middle of nothing, do a biofuel generator, or not generator.
Biofuel pass, yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, do a fuel up pass, yeah. All right, so I need to get iron plates going so we can restart the rip factory down there. You have the feeling it's gonna be mostly plates and some rods. Kind of feel like what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like turn 4 of these into plate makers. Or I'm just carrying around plate. Like I can always adjust that later. really going to need that. Alright, okay. Luckily Blade Runners means I can just hop off of this thing without damage, and hey, look at all those things I can just land on anyway.
Theory, that should...
We're doing it differently. That's how we're going to do this. I will probably end up knocking out a wall and extending this outward.
There we
That's
go.
fine.
There we go. That should speed that up.
The irony. No pun intended.
I need to just set that back on 3. I put that on hotkey 5. The world may never know. Also, I don't know if you, if this was intentional or not, but the copper sheets constructor wasn't connected to the manifold.
I had gotten most of there, but hadn't gotten all the way there. That's awkward.
I've made some adjustments to the copper line. Mostly connecting that, and also putting a Mark II belt with the last few, with some of the rips I had on hand to just between like the merger and the next splitter, so that because there's more than 60 going through there, so it's not as much a bottleneck.
Yeah, like a lot of that needs ripping, and I was just like, I just gotta get the basics in there because we don't have
Yeah.
the. Like, I need to replace large portions of this with rips, and it's not happening.
So how's the ironworks building coming along?
We have iron plate being made. I've got 3 constructors whose job it is to make iron plates. For now, it's just going to be an ugly, janky, bring it down to ground level, and then we'll split it out to various places thing, but it's a start.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we are making rips again.
All right.
Not quickly, but at the same speed we were before.
Yeah. Need at least 210 or so. And that's kind of not even factoring Mark II conveyors.
I hate when that happens. The game will let you plunk down a merger splitter in the middle of a line, and in theory it will bisect the original belt
Oh, I
and
haven't
do the
tried
thing.
that.
And it works about, let's say, 33% of the time.
Yeah, and especially in
all this-
multiplayer, that's probably going to be even lower.
Yeah, so all this extra ingot stuff that I thought I was going to be sending upstairs isn't going there. Make this harder on me, why don't you? Sure.
There'll be that.
Alright, I have 3 constructors all making plates as fast as they can. Now being fed up and down with Mark II belts and lifters.
Alright, I'm gonna take another shot at that far off hard drive.
Cool. I'm going to see if I can get a second assembler going. Because
Yeah.
I am now at the point where I'm making more iron plate than it can eat. So,
Ooh, good.
yeah. This is where you want to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Excess input. Potentially match output. In a couple minutes, the man will have extra inventory slots ready. Alright. Mission objective, get to the top of that thing. Can I even do it? Well, to be honest, probably not without ladders. Don't think storage containers are gonna cut it, but I might as well try. Got plenty of concrete in a pinch. And even better, we have double ramps now.
Yes. Not having to place 2 things every time you want to go up a step.
I think we just build a ramp to heaven. It's Tower of Babel, this crap.
I have done that a couple times. There was that problem. Alright, we're still within power requirements.
Oh, we've come a bit of a ways. Ooh. Almost went over the edge and fell, but you know. Something, something, all the light touches. It's probably up on that plateau. Luckily, I brought concrete by the hundreds. just want to go like round. Not quite like that. Oh, come on. Uh-oh. I got rubber banded into my ramp and had to clear it to get out.
Weird.
Alright, this has got to be in spitting distance. There's definitely going to be something here.
Temporary rod storage is just to the side of the concrete storage.
Excellent. Found it.
Cool.
Just got to clear out some bugs.
Which, whatever.
Yeah.
Bugs, yawn. Oh, we have 54 rips that are just sitting there. Hey. Rotors. Really? Okay. Right. Haven't even started looking at automating rotors yet.
Yeah, I've built enough rotors for the coal factory, thankfully. There's a boulder here. I'm wondering if it's sitting on top of some resources and whatnot, but thankfully it's not covering the drop pod.
Well, that would have been...
Outstanding. Alright. Hard drive is underway. Now to find my way back. And leave these ramps here as a monument to my journey.
Great, but then I just ruined that, so redoing that.
Oh, really? Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh?
Just looking at some of the milestones later on.
Making a lot of iron rods, but you know, iron rods are not the most critical thing, and as long as you have some stashed away, you're good.
Yeah.
at the moment, but I have the feeling now it's going to be time to look at the next problem. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, cable production has been a thing, so we should have that.
Yep.
Excellent.
Milestone reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
This one's mostly for me, but it does come with more inventory.
Can't complain.
And it was all stuff I could make fairly easily. Also, you now have some okay.
Oh, what do we get?
Copper alloy ingot again.
Yarg.
Fused quick wire, which is caterium ingots and copper ingots to make quick wire. Which it's a faster rate, but also like quick wire is never made too slowly.
Yeah. Oh no, we need a way to use more of the copper that we're already using for other things, and quick wire. Yeah, right.
The third one is charcoal, which is to say wood to coal. Which... Why?
Yeah, at that point I'd say go ahead and take the alternative quick wire because, yeah.
I'm almost tempted to take the copper ingot just to get it out of the pool.
Yeah, as has been noted in chat, it kind of really wants us to, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, to heck with it. Yeah, get it out of there.
Just so
We're
we
not
get
gonna use
three
any
good
of them
choices
anyway.
next time.
Possibly. Note that there are a couple of different alternative ways to make copper that it offers.
Yeah, I know there's one more copper ingot recipe in there. Just like, why?
143 rips. We are making rips.
Outstanding.
Not at a super rapid pace, but better than dead slow.
And we only need upwards of 210. And we are in go mode for the coal power plant.
We make just more than 10 per minute.
Excellent.
Yeah. That like all the time I kind of not dawdled, but like there was a lot of time spent getting this stupid ironworks going, and it's like, is it actually gonna worth it? No, okay. It's starting to pay off now.
That is kind of the thing. You get out what you put in. Even when the factories take even these basic factories take a while to like figure out the logistics of and put together. Then it starts working. It's like, oh, well that's fine then. That was worth it. Of course, easy for me to say that when I haven't been making a whole lot of the factories in this save so far, but I've been helping in other ways.
You know, no, it's acquisition of new resources and exploration and all of that. I mean, it's also kind of critical. All right, you have to do 3 walls high to get above the previous thingamajobber, and that means I need to go get more iron plates.
I make myself a Xeno basher.
So I'm going to build more up so I can take those rods and go north, because not only do we need rods and screws, but we need rods and screws to turn into
Rotors.
ding.
All right. Say hello to my little friend. Xeno bashing sword. It hits harder and swings faster.
That's too... Oh, I didn't want that. Nope, too much, too fast.
It's also got some good Foley.
I because I started with Fixmas, and I've just been using the candy cane. I never bothered building the.
Well, the candy cane is basically the Xeno Basher anyway.
Yeah, they're equivalent in terms of damage and what have you. But does it have a nice like lightsaber voom voom?
Yeah. Start restocking the burners.
Oh, hey, yeah, good idea. Originally on power duty, but I'm also kind of amused at the build distance. You just start throwing materials halfway across the world, and it's like,
Yeah.
and it assembles into a thing for you.
All right. That should hopefully
Like I'm
be the
just
last...
building windows across the other end of this entire facility.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, it's kind of amusing to look down on your concrete works up there.
Yeah.
There's a view.
Oh, yeah.
I can see the space elevator from here. And Mothra's flying overhead.
Hey,
Like, what's
Mothra.
that big shadow? Oh, yeah.
How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Wow, you can absolutely totally see my little... my big ol' unnatural ramps leading up to that big ol' rock formation.
Which one?
One, like, northwest here. Yeah, it's a sky stingray.
You can, I've been told, ride that thing. That's right, you can ride the kaiju. Oh, wow, you made a heck of a ramp.
Yeah.
Hang.
All to get the drop pod that was way at the top of that.
You're wondering where the concrete went. I joke because we are blissfully at the point of we make concrete.
Yep.
That is not the problem.
Yeah, it turns out adding that third constructor and whatnot really kind of helps solidify that. Feel like at some point I should do my part and get the concrete production on this grid you're making down here.
Yeah, maybe. I think it's kind of it's fine as it is, just because in order to regrid that, you'll have to tear it apart,
Yeah.
and we're not going to build anything else from that or
Yeah.
off of it, so it can be fine as is. It's like I have a lot of places in my current game where I just look at it and go, I really would like to completely tear this out and realign everything, but there are better things to do with my time.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm only going to make a 2-high wall around this, mainly so I have somewhere to route power.
All right. I'm going to take a bunch of these rips down to the construction site because that is enough.
Sweet.
At the very least, to get the buildings built. Probably still want more, but we'll have enough down there.
Cool.
And that should have miners, water extractors, and coal generators covered. Enough to make 8x3.
Rotors, screws, and rods all need to come out of this. No pressure.
Probably dump a whole bunch of the concrete I have in here as well. Because we'll always need more of that. Alright. Construction site should be ready.
Hot dog.
Actually, while I'm out here, I'm curious about something.
Is that what I have over here? Is those? Okay.
And to add to our rich bounty of materials, just down the hill from the space elevator, we have a couple of sulfur nodes.
Yes. Yes, that is actually one of those is the one of the sulfur nodes I'm using currently in my game. 70 more rips already.
Production.
Nice when it happens.
This one's leaves, right? Yeah, this one's leaves.
That's the leaves, and the other one is the wood, which I'm about to dump a little bit of wood I have in there too. Ooh, hey. Ah. We were both trying to interact with it, that's why.
Ah.
Why isn't it letting me do the thing? To make rotors is... It's an assembler, isn't it? Not a constructor.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay. Everything else can be constructors, but I need an assembler. Crank out the rotors. All right.
Well, at the very least, I can get rid of this dip in the foundation you've built around and get it on level playing field.
Some of the rips because I need them to make the assembler. Oh, screws. I'll get there. I'll have screw production going soon. Well, for certain values of soon. I have enough to make exactly the number of rotors I need for the one assembler.
There we go.
Output will be fun.
He's got the production output in line and a bit more conveniently located.
Cool. Up, down.
There we go. So how do you want to structure the coal power plant? Just run it down to the river, build a platform on it?
It's probably the easiest way. Building out on the water means you don't have the weird terrain features to fight with.
Yeah. And not having to deal with, like, too much in the way of piping. Tell you what, while you're working on getting this ironworks up and tall, I'm going to go ahead and build at least the structures for the coal power plant.
Cool. I mean, you've done this before, same as I have.
I don't know if I'll be... I might need to come back and get some more rips to get it done, to get the materials, but should have everything I need down there for the buildings.
By the time you need them, there should be more of them.
Yes. All right, let's go make a coal power plant, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I should absolutely, while I'm thinking about it, run a power line out there.
Yes. Yeah, you're going to need it both ways.
Both ways. Both to get the power there for the startup and coming back. Choose as... Gonna branch off from one of these power lines I built out to the Caterium line and head down the road. Since I'm looking at that amount, I'm probably going to grab some more cable before I do that. Just so I have a little
Yeah,
bit.
random extra things you're going to need. I mean, you're going to need some extra copper sheets.
I've got...
And some cables and a whole mess of foundations.
I ended up making double the copper sheets, so I think we'll be
Yeah,
fine on piping.
That should be sufficient.
I think what I'm probably going to end up wanting more of is rips to get the combined output from the miners onto the water and into the generators.
Take all you need, because they'll be making more, and I don't need them for what I'm doing right now.
All right.
Whoa. Well, that was a funny way to build that.
All right. Wire's too long. All right. No, I want to get up there. Because it'll be neat and tidy and out of the way.
Well, that was ugly. How the heck did I mess that up?
All right. Got a lot of nice deep water right out here. It's like right below the water line.
Rotors, screws.
All right. So. Generator. Three of those long.
Since you mentioned generators, I'm going to do a biofuel check.
Mm-hmm. Take all that. All right. Got... two nodes over there. This node. And this node. Both of which are normal. Say we do this about 5 wide. And
That's amazing.
while I'm thinking about it,
New building unlocked.
Heck yeah. Okay, the rods that aren't being used for other things are gained to their storage bin now. Soon that will be saturated, so there won't be any bleed off. But when we need it, we'll have it.
You know, I feel like I could be using the space better to make this more extendable later on. Alright. I'm gonna tear out all this foundation I laid down. Because I want it to be extendable later.
I mean, I laugh, but it's because I know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying. And it immediately got incredibly foggy. Oh, this is going to be great. Just as I was thinking, I should make sure I'm aligned right so that I can extend all the way down the river. The game makes it so I can't see.
Visibility's for noobs.
There we go.
Thing. Oh, no power. What do you mean no power? Does nothing up here have power? Ah! When you forget to run that one necessary power lead from the ground floor to the top.
Yep.
Always rather fragging something.
Alright. This should do it.
About the only downside to the wall wart power relays is you can't get a graph reading off of them. No, how am I doing, boss? Making screws.
Nice.
Not rapidly, but better than nothing. They are now being stored in a bin next to where the rods are being stored.
Good, good, good.
Of course, as with all such things, this is so temporary because what we really need is to have like 3 screw constructors just feeding the rotor maker.
Oh, hello, friend. I guess you want to play. Well, that's going to be very fun to deal with.
Uh-oh. In the dark,
Yes.
no less.
Yeah, this charger keeps wanting to play and running out onto my platform and then falling into the water. And I got this new Xeno Basher and everything.
Container is there? No, there is not.
Alright. This time, I've almost got enough platform space to do this.
Good.
Alright. inputs here. Yep, I'll take that. Five, 6, 7, 8 coal generators.
Yeah. Rotors.
Ooh,
We
shiny.
make rotors now. But I placed the storage for them very poorly. I have regrets. Okay. Right, there aren't so many rotors that that's going to be a problem.
All right.
Still 3, but over here.
Okay. I need to look at the layout again. Coal power. Right. Water goes between there, and there. Okay. Set that off to the side. Let's get...
Alright, we're not going to make them super fast, but we're going to make them.
Gonna make ourselves a manifold. Splitter. Man, those are all gonna need to be. It's gonna be all need to be. Yeah, right. Then for the pipeline. Quite need to be that far out. But might as well. All right.
Hot diggity dog. We make screws, we make rods, we make iron plates, we make rotors,
Excellent.
and we
excellent.
make rips.
Between these two, we have the junction. Right. Then every 2. across from these is where we put our water extractors.
And our power usage peaks at about 141 right now to the 220 we're capable of, so you've got some overhead you can work with to get things up and running.
All right. Just need that to power the miners and the water extractors, which should be...
Yeah, that should be well within. I don't think they use that much.
All right, time to connect a whole bunch of pipelines, which I might more of before this is all said and done. Oh, I had just enough copper. Not quite.
You're just a little short.
Just a tiny bit short.
Dope. All right, I'm going to select the basic steel milestone.
Not a bad
Or
idea.
at least I can throw the wire and concrete in there. 150 rotors and 50 mod frames, which goes the hard way, honestly.
All right, that'll be manifold.
Haven't actually been doing screenshots from this much, so finally took one.
Well, now we got something worth showing off.
Well, now that I've got the big ironworks building there, which you can actually see the top of from the copper output. And honestly, this is a modest building. Doing this quote-unquote right, it would be probably 3 times the horizontal square footage and probably another floor higher. And it would make all the things at capacity.
Yep.
For now, we have just enough rotors to make 2 assemblers.
Don't like that.
Well, we already have like 250 rips, so this is definitely going a lot faster than with the other recipe.
Honestly, yeah.
Rips and rods are modular frames. Three per. It's going to take 150 rips to get the mod frames for the unlock.
Okay. So I'm coming back to the hub to pick up reinforced iron plates to finish the conveyor and some copper sheets to finish the piping. And then I should be able to turn it all on.
Hot dog.
And then, oh goodness.
I didn't give myself enough room, but luckily the delete tool exists.
So I'm gonna need to run miners, and it's gonna add about 70 megawatts of load to the system when I connect it all.
70, we peak like
110 out of 220.
130 is about what I'm seeing for the peaks right now.
All right.
So 70, it'll be a little tight, but as soon as the
As soon as
generators
the
actually
coal-
start coming online, that will
Yeah.
solve itself.
Yep. All right. Rips. I'm just gonna take them all. Sorry.
Yep. No worries.
I need to make kind of a bit of a conveyor from the coal generators to the platform, or the coal miners to the generator platform.
Your headlamp's on.
Oh, yep. It was dark and foggy out there.
Oh no, I get it.
Got some sheets. All right. Back down we go. And all the wiring's already set up so that it is basically just one connection away from being online.
Plug and play. Kind of like it. I'm going to set up for basically a temporary assembler, but I won't power it.
Mm-hmm.
So we can feed it the materials we need for the mod frames. Like, it's not a permanent mod frame builder, but...
Makes sense. Actually, you know what the actual big brain play is? I power up the miners first, let the coal travel to the platform, then power the generators and extractors.
Yeah, load in that coal. I mean, the slowest part is actually going to be getting the water. How much elevation change are you worrying about? Or you're doing it right on the water, aren't you?
Right on the water, yeah. Shouldn't take
Oh,
too
yeah,
long for the water to reach the generators.
And you're not doing it like an elevated platform like I did.
No, it's just
Cool.
right on the water level.
Cool. Yeah, at that point you don't need pumps. Not that pumps are expensive, but slightly more current draw.
Actually, make a slight adjustment to conveyor while I'm thinking about it. connect. Oh, no. That's wrong. There we go. All right, let's do guess merger. Here, yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there with the animal parts storage bin feeding from the hillside.
Oh, yeah. I ended up with a lot of stuff to make raw biomass out of, and so I just figured. I mean, I ended up with it in like the thousands, so. Disconnect that one. Connect the miners. Two sources of 60 coal per minute. You want to keep alien organs around that can be used to make healing items? We can always get more. But yeah. We don't quite have healing item research done yet. But right now we kind of...
Yeah, and trying to get the materials to make the various healing items is kind of like, oh yeah, you got to go foraging over here for the berries and over there for the barrel nuts, and like now you got to find some bacon agaric.
Yeah.
Really?
Once we're... Right now we need biomass in high quantities. Yeah. And the inhalers have like different recipes to reach them, but we're not at any of them yet, so they're a low priority.
Okay, so where did you ramp down at? Oh, there you are. Oh, you just walked down over there. Duh.
But yeah, don't worry, Jessos. We've both put a lot of hours into this game before, so we generally know what we're doing and how we like to play.
Yeah, the mycelia. Yeah, it'll be handy when we have ready access to mycelia. Too bad that involves going into caves, which is at this stage of the game.
Not either of our favorite activities at the moment.
Nah, not so much. Oh, look at that.
Right, coal. I kind of want to make absolutely sure that these...
They're all filling, yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't 120 coal at the moment, because only the first miner was feeding into it, but a little ways down the line, there we go. We should be... That's 120. It was coming. We were just getting it started. Good observation, but you were wrong. Alright, coal's getting into seemingly... No, not this one? No? There we go. Yes, it was 60 at the time, but you were wrong in trying to identify a problem that wasn't there. All right. Connecting The platform to the grid. Go. Water extractors should be coming online.
Yeah, we just need 2 more bits of pipe.
Oh, yep.
Only
Right.
one extractor is actually connected to the...
I did. That was a thing I went back to the hub specifically to get and then forgot about. Up to there. Up to there. That's it. That should be a coal power plant.
And as they start coming online, oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful graph.
Ooh, yeah. Just jump up there. Yes.
And suddenly we can just stop feeding those.
We can stop worrying. We can just get rid of the biomass burners entirely. Oh.
Probably a water issue until until the extractors fully fill all the pumps.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's going to fluctuate for a while.
Yeah, there's no backlog of fuel on this one. I'm standing on.
Yeah, it's
6
gonna
here.
it's gonna take a while to get the backlog filled onto them. But I've avoided making the mistake I made last time, which was to not have fast enough belts all the way down. These are all Mark II. It's a Mark II manifold all the way down, so it'll once the ones in front start filling, they'll backfill more and more, and it should once it reaches parity, it should be just fine.
Yeah, 4 is sitting at 18 right now, so
Yeah.
it's getting there.
Yep.
But at this point, we now already have more power than we can literally use, and it'll
Yep.
just get better. Very nice. And the best part is you now have this other platform over here. You can
Yep.
literally replicate the same thing using the others. Oh, hi, we've got a friend.
Oh.
Big friend. He's standing on the... That's funny. Hi.
Oh. Yeah. About time.
Buddy. Ow.
Oh,
don't
you're not
like
here.
I might die. Whoa! He just threw me into the water. That was certainly a thing that happened.
There's definitely a disconnect on where this thing is.
Hi,
Yeah,
buddy.
we're definitely desynced on where the charger is.
Interesting. Yeah, he's pawing at the water on the edge of the platform for me. Well, I survived.
Yeah, network
I can-
quality is low.
Yeah, we may be getting to the point where it's like, oh, yeah, time to do a save reload dance.
Why is it low? Good question. It wasn't a thing we messed with. Can we manually turn that up? Ultra is 200
The
bits per
network
second.
quality, I think it's a...
It defaults to medium when you install. Alright, we could increase the network quality up and see if that helps.
apply. Are you sure you want to apply the changes? Yeah. Ah, for all changes to take effect, you'll need to restart the game session. Well, okay. It is a setting that has been
Yep.
changed. So the next time we load...
Yeah, next time we
do that.
play, we'll be on. We should improve our network quality. Thanks for pointing that out, Jessus. But
Oh yeah, I've read that doing railroad stuff in multiplayer is kind of OMG
Yeah.
lol.
yeah, we're just gonna resolve not to get into the same vehicle whatsoever. I mean, we both went into this kind of accepting the jank.
It's interesting that, yeah, I can still see that guy. I wish I could hit him with something heavy, but this is not the game where I have my weapons. I'm gonna try to escape from the hostile.
Yeah, he's just purely desynced. I can't interact with him at all. But yeah, that's a coal power plant. That was our goal today.
It was. We made it.
And it's extendable. Oh, I'm really happy about this.
We've got options. I mean, we can double or triple up on coal power, or we can just have that there long enough to get oil power underway. It just kind of depends on what we end up needing.
And we can start refactoring some of our factories.
Yeah, time to go with the plan that I kind of threw out the window when I realized I didn't want to try and build a whole bunch of Mark III or Mark II conveyor belts out toward the space elevator. It's like, I should build the factory out closer to the space elevator, and then realized in order to do that properly, I would need lots of Mark II belts, which, yeah, maybe not.
All right. Well, that seems like I think that's probably a good place to settle down, tools down for the day.
I believe you are correct. I'm going to get up here to back to the hub just so that I'm, if nothing else, looking at our glorious creation here.
Oh yes, I need to take a tour of the building before we go.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, version 1.0 Ironworks, but there's definitely some replace Mark 1 with Mark 2 belts. Though that's not critical right now because we're not even overloading the iron plate belt at all. I mean, it is a 2. I did that part.
And welcome to the hub. Now with more verticality.
So if you don't jump quite right.
Yep, I found I just while GreyDuck was working on the hub factories, I was out hunting down Caterium to make quick-wire so we can have Blade Runners and Power Mark II and all that really, really good stuff.
Which is kind of funny because when we first did our co-op test back in January, I think.
Yeah.
It almost worked out the same way. I stayed and you know, built up the ironworks, and he went off and like, oh look, I found some Caterium. Let's research that. Heck, we got quickwire, and all of a sudden there's a conveyor belt. I loaded up the game later.
Yeah.
Because I was curious where it was. I ended up getting on that conveyor belt and following it the whole way there. I'm like, how far away did he go?
Yeah.
And finally got there.
I went on a pretty long expedition. I went far just looking for coal. I was all over the place in that game.
You were Frodo Baggins. I'm going on an adventure.
Yep. But here it was a lot more close by. I mean, frankly, we picked some prime real estate based off of...
We did our research.
We did research to be like, well, if we're going to do this like on a stream to be like a show thing, we should make sure we're not like fumbling around too much, and we picked some great spots. Yeah, North Forest, head a little bit west to where all the pure nodes are. Yeah, this was a good start.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm totally picking this next time I do a fresh start.
I think this is just I can't really even think of a better spot than this just to begin. Yeah,
I get that the desert is the challenge mode version, and the starter zone is definitely a starter zone, but this is just like, off the cliff edge. Yeah.
I mean, having some like terrain difficulty to build around is an acceptable challenge for when you've got some experience already.
Yep.
When you're not just learning the ropes.
Yeah, my starter game is, no quartz. my starter game is in section 2, and I ended up heading over to where there are the 3 pure nodes down by that lake. And it's a great tier 1 through 4-ish spot, but you've got to go all the way to the Gold Coast to get oil. Yeah, why is the map so locked? Because
I think one of the projects I might consider next time, once we're doing like refactoring, is head down quartz tree maybe.
Yeah.
Or explosives.
We've got the option now. It's like in my game, I can't do that because I really don't have ready access to quartz. I got the sulfur, but not the quartz.
Yeah,
which honestly, I think grabbing that sulfur node and starting to haul some of that up here, or up to wherever we build the main facility, because we're going to want the Nobelisk. Blowing stuff up, it's not just for Mythbusters anymore.
Yep. We have options from here, and yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, we don't need a whole lot of help between the two of us, Jessless, because we've both put insane amount of hours into this game already by ourselves, and we're just kind of like, let's do it together for fun. That's kind of what this is about.
Though, having said that, yay, I mean, it's like, yes, exactly. It's for, there are so many ways to do this. There are so many ways you can approach this.
Yeah.
Spud and I each came at the game kind of separately. I mean, he watched me doing a Discord stream once.
Yeah.
But that's about all he took from what I was doing. And then he went and did his own thing. So us working on this together is sort of a merge of like, okay, here's my style, here's his style. I kind of wish that for the stream we had done we'll probably will actually. I've done all the factory building so far. Whereas, no, it
was a private thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a private thing, sorry. When I say Discord stream, I mean basically just like I was playing, I happen to have a Discord server, and I'm like, hey, you want to come watch while I do this? And so he did. But no, it was a Twitch. I was one of the times I was testing Twitch out.
Oh yeah.
That's right. And you were like the only one watching at that point. But when we did our first kind of trial run at this, before we wanted to make sure this was feasible.
Yeah.
He took over the copper building, and I took over the iron, and I ended up with this sprawling mess of ironworks. And he had this vertically oriented thing with stacked storage bins for output, and it was, he did a spreadsheet before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get enough. Here's as much as I can cram into this space, and it's good enough for now.
Yeah. Once I
I'm
actually
not
start
the
making
spreadsheet before build guy.
Yeah, I believe I've set the network quality next time for Ultra. Yeah, I've already applied that, and I'll definitely
I've set it, but it won't apply until I launch again.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you everyone. Thank you, Spud, for hosting and inviting again. This is great, and we will have to do more of this.
Oh yeah, this is really, really. I'm honestly really surprised how fun this is, even though it's kind of like a little bit low energy for the usual stream fare, but like there was something about like the payoffs of when we actually reach our goals that's just really satisfying, especially together.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll be our broadcast day. Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
See you next time.